Alright, peeps. This is take like 5. I'm only telling this because I have never recorded, I've never streamed Minecraft, so this is difficult for me. But I really want to show my love for this server that I have played on for 2 years. And I know there's been other people who've done it, but a lot of them are older videos, and they didn't show everything, because it's really impossible to show everything on a map that is, let's see, it's 4 years old now. And because it's that old, and because you can appeal to get land claims removed, there's some things that aren't there anymore. There's new things. It changes, but most of it's still the same over time. But anyway, just for some background, I am BeccaBee3. This is my very first video, and you can call me Becca, you can call me B, you can call me BB3, you can call me Beck. I know there's a few people who call me that. I really don't prefer Becky. It's just, that's just a thing. But, I'm not planning to be a big streamer. I just want to be on here for fun. So if there are those of you who decide you don't like my style of video, or you don't really care for how I set it up, or you don't care about the server, that's fine. Just exit, watch another video, keep on moving. I don't blame you. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and the server's not everyone's cup of tea. But, anyway, there are some really unique things about the server that I really enjoy, and frankly, because of, I would never imagine switching servers. First and foremost is we have shopkeepers. I don't know how many of you have played, it's one of the sky blocks on one of the popular Bedrock servers. I can't remember which server it was, but you just sell it off automatically, whatever, it goes away. These ones you set up the shops manually, you get to pick the prices, although depending on your price, people might buy it, people might not, people might buy a ton of it because you undersell. It just really depends. The main currency on the server is emeralds, and we also use diamonds, but diamonds are used for rarer items because we have a custom origin that leads to less diamond spawning in general. Because there are less diamonds, it's highly recommended you go to a villager hall and buy your diamond armor. The number one mistake people make is that they use their diamonds to make their armor and tools. I made this mistake. Luckily, I figured it out after I had made a pickaxe, so I didn't have that much diamond that I wasted. But to be fair, because of the way the origin works, and because I was new and I didn't know, I didn't mine very efficiently, so I didn't have very many diamonds to begin with. This is not my old base. At some point, I will go back and show you my old base. It's had a lot of changes since I first built it, obviously. I moved because I wanted to be close for friends. Although initially I had moved like way far out. I was a hermit. I'll show you that place too. There's a lot of places to show you on the server, so this is going to be a series on just spotlighting the server and different places, different things. This is just an intro video, so it has no plan, no script. I don't think I'd ever write a script, but I might have a plan, like a checklist for future videos. This one I'm just talking my head off. I'm just hoping this works, because I do not have the time nor the patience to record the same video again. Plus, every time it's very different. So on the server, you've got the shopkeepers, which I've went over, and I will do a video detailing some of the malls and how the shopkeepers work. But for this video, I'm just kind of overlaying. So obviously, due to I've said that the origin is different, but I haven't mentioned how it works. So first of all, if you're hacking, it's not allowed. Second of all, even if you are hacking and you're X-raying, it ain't gonna work, because it does not work the same way as normal servers. It basically as stone or see, I'm better at showing people. So I'm mining. See, these ores just kind of appear as you mine stone. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but the point is, let's say you want to go TNT mining. I know that's not the way to do it in any server, at least for overworld. But let's say you want to go TNT mining. It ain't gonna work. It doesn't spawn. It doesn't spawn the ores because you're not mining it. So that goes to say, if you are nether mining and you're looking for netherite, which is rare on the server, and I can go more into depth about that later, but you can't be using beds in TNT. First of all, they don't explode above a certain level, and second of all, it won't spawn anything. So it's just pointless. So ores can spawn at any level. There's no specific level to mine anything. You are recommended to do quarry mining in the server, which I really enjoy. I don't know what it is about it. It's just very aesthetically pleasing. Especially if you have a beacon or if you have one of the vote picks, which I have the vote pick. It's Sanctuary. I also have the vote axe, lumberjack, and it can basically melt stone. It takes 35 days of voting every day, provided every website is working every day. It takes 35 days to get your votes pickaxe. And on top of that, you need 7. Oh, wait, no. You need 6 placerts. So placerts, you get them every 8 hours. So that means that you would need, if you need 6, you need 48 hours of playtime to get it. So you can't just vote from day 1 and get it. You know, it takes some time. And playtime doesn't count if you're AFK. It's on this server, you really have to work for what you have, and I really like that style of server. It might not be everyone's cup of tea. There are a lot of pay-to-win servers, and I just feel like it's pointless. You did nothing, you played a game that might have been fun, but you didn't work for any of it. And I like being proud of what I built and what I worked for. So this server is most certainly my cup of tea, but it's not everyone's. So there's a lot of people who want things handed to them. Which is fine. They just need to find a server that is right for them. So we've gone over ores, and we've gone over shopkeepers. Next is claims. So claims, you have the lapis claim. I don't remember the sizes offhand, but I'll go from smallest to biggest. I don't have a lapis claim to show you offhand, but I can show you a coal claim and a redstone claim. So where is it? So under this is my coal claim. It looks like your typical coal block. You can't silk touch ores on the server because of the claim blocks looking like ore blocks. But this is my claim block, and it goes that far out in any direction. See how it says entering and leaving? So it goes from about here to that, to center, and it'll go another distance that way. And it keeps people from stealing your stuff, destroying anything. You can add people to claims. You just do /ps add, and then their username. If you're on Java, at least it will autofill the name if they're online, so it makes it a little bit easier. But then you'll have things like the redstone claim, and it's way up there. They go, I think, 64 blocks up and down, the coal blocks and up. I'm not sure about the lapis blocks. But see, it's way up there, and it covers this entire build and beyond. It goes, so it's like a 56 by 56-ish. So I think covers about 60 blocks, 60 by 60. That's not entirely correct, but it's close. It might be like 64 by 64. It's a decent sized claim. So this map it was originally like 7,500-ish by set. It goes out to that chord. So technically it'd be 14K or 15K depending on what it actually is, because my memory is kind of shoddy. But it was expanded for the Bettalands, and it was also expanded for 1.18. So if you want deep slate and moss and stuff like that, and you don't want to buy it from someone, because rest assured, if there's something on the server, someone has sold it or is selling it. You'll have to go out to 1.18 to get it. Because if you mine down to bedrock, you will not hit deep slate at any point in the inner part of the map. Which most of the time, or all of the time, you spawn on the inner map. I feel like I've heard of people spawning in 1.18 when they first start, but I don't know how true that is. I could be just nuts. It wasn't a thing when I started. Bettalands was new when I started. So I've been around for 2 map expansions. So you got the claims. Fair warning, if you get a redstone claim, there are some issues with the flags, so you'll have to look at the wiki and set some flags. So that reminds me. There is a very nice wiki for the server. Now, there are things that need to be updated on it. And what's great about that is you can submit eds and put it on the Discord that, hey, I've edited this page to make it more correct. So it's highly recommended you join the Discord, just simply due to the fact if you have an issue with a claim, let's say you lost your claim block, or let's say something glitched and you lost a shulk with claim blocks in it, which, man, it's rough. It's rough to do that. I've had it happen. But if you send in a ticket, we've got really nice staff. We've got really, really nice staff. I would never doubt the staff. I know there's some servers that don't have as good staff, and I could not do it. I'm friends with a few of the people on staff, but they're all just pretty likable people in general. We accept anyone of any age on the server. Just be nice to everybody when you can. We're called peaceful for a reason. I don't know if I ever actually said this was Peaceful Vanilla Club, but anyway, Peaceful Vanilla Club. Very, very nice server with very nice people on it. There are people who have ranks as high as Principus, but it goes Principus, Sage, Lord, Duke, Baron, Senior, Member, and then before that you were just a player, you have no rank. You get your first rank, your Member rank specifically, at 24 hours playtime, and that's non-AFK playtime. And you get Senior, I believe, at 4 days. And you can get Baron at 9. And Duke is 14. Yes, 14. And Lord is 22. And Sage is 35. I don't know what Principus is. I haven't decided to memorize it because there's only one person who's ever hit Principus. I know it's a lot of playtime, and most older players on here are Sages. So yeah, like, Midna there, she is staff, but she is also a Sage. And see, we've got donor tags, like a lot of us. That just allows you to skip the queue, which the queue is never very long, unless we've got an event going on, which happens occasionally. I got donor because, I happened to be playing a lot when there was an event, and I was tired of waiting behind 5 people to get in. Which, it would only take like 20 minutes, but, I figure might as well support the server. You don't get very many benefits for donating other than skip the queue. You get like auto sort and stuff like that, but I don't really use it, but that's just me. Let's see. Trying to think what else there is. I'm trying to keep these videos relatively short. So FYI, there are normal villagers, but because this server's been around a while and there's no resets, if you want your own villager hall, or you just want one villager that's just yours, you're gonna have to get someone who's got a villager breeding breeding hall, because, or breeding farm, that's it. Because they just don't exist unless you find a zombie villager by chance, which could happen, I guess. But there are a lot of popular villager halls and a lot of popular shops, which I'll go over in future videos. Let's see. So netherite is rare and diamond is rare. Beacons are also hard to get. So unless you're willing to pay a lot, beacons should not be your first priority. It will take a while to get to that point. It took me, I just got my first beacon after, well, it's within the last month, so it took me 2 years to get my first beacon. And soon after that, I got a second one, but that's because I run a lot of shops. And I have a lot of very nice friends. And I also did a lot of mining. I think we're going to cut off the video here. Before I forget, another important part of the server, and it's one of the very first things people realize, like, especially, like, people who are trying to speedrun this, which you can't speedrun this. Yeah. The end is only open at certain times. It's an event, and it's one of the events where it's kind of recommended you get donor, unless you wish to wait forever in the line, in the queue, which you do you. I did not spend money on the server for a very long time, so I get it. I waited in hour-long queues. But now we're here. There are unions on the server instead of teams. So, for example, we've got Uwu, Cough, SSI, CVU. If I could remember. So, this is the list of unions. I'm the manager for SSI, so that just means I make sure people are active, and I let the leaders know when someone's not. I have little to no power. I just literally take a data keeping role. But that's still a work in progress. It was very chaotic getting that role. So, if you join and you want to join SSI or any other union, keep in mind there are union rules we have to follow, including but not limited to, you have to be a member before you join. So if you remember, I said that is 24 hours by then. And even then, a lot of unions will be hesitant to add you unless you have had significant interaction with them, because there are a lot of people who will join for a couple days and then never join again. And it's a lot of hassle to add someone to the union. So it's just better overall if you wait to join. So I think that covered all the important bits. There is a lot more, and I'm sure it will come up when I do detailed videos on certain things. This is more of a rant video than anything, now that I've gotten to the end of this. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'll post it, and we'll see if it posts correctly. Y'all have a good night, and I really hope that the very, very few who will watch this video enjoyed it a little bit, and are excited to have a tour of this very nice server that I hope never dies.